All right, here's the apron. I'm kind of categorizing this morning and cleaning up. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to clean up everything before I put it away for storage for a moment. And I'll work on it a piece at a time. If we look at this this apron here, it's dirty. I mean, here I'm gonna clean the dirt off and stuff, but it looks like the paint's got some little marks on it. I don't want to have to repaint the whole thing, but if I had to retouch up some of the red and yellow, I guess that wouldn't be too awful to take and have to redo. I don't want to have to redo the Williams or the lettering over here though. And I think they make decals I could buy, but if it's got good paint, I'd like to just keep the paint and just put a layer of clear coat over it. That'd make it look like new. So I'll put these cards in storage with it, but I'm not gonna, these aren't going on. We'll have new cards on it. This isn't even a card, it's just a cardboard. So we'll get those off. So I'm gonna run this through the sink and I'm gonna try to get this little sticker off here. And then there's some real close, you look, there's a piece of tape here and here. I'm gonna try to get that off very carefully without scratching any paint. Hopefully this decal underneath here is good because that would save me a lot of work if it is. All right, so here's the finished product for the moment. That sticker came off beautifully. You zoom into that a little, no, wrong way. Zoom in that a little closer there, you can see. Man, that scratch, it's too bad that scratch was under that sticker, man. That would make this even easier, but I should be able to touch up these little spots just right, and then like I say, a layer of clear coat over this thing, and it'll look better than new, so that's the game plan. We'll see how it goes. I'm gonna wrap this thing up and put it in storage for now. All right, basically we're just gonna grab, clean, and repeat and put things away. I'm gonna organize all this, but I wanted to show this particular piece because I'm gonna see if I can clean these plastics, and if they clean up really good, I'm not gonna take the rivets off and re-rivet the new ones on. There's no point if these look this good. Now you can see in the reflection, this one's got some stuff on it, but I bet you that cleans up. And this piece of metal, man, I'm not gonna take this apart. And it doesn't have to be like chrome. I can just make it real nice. I don't like those, these little zip ties on here. I'll flip it around. You can see the zip ties holding that. I'd rather see, and then it's so weird, there's some kind of hot glue or something right here. So I'm gonna take that hot glue, sorry, let me put it like this. I'm gonna take this hot glue right here off on this, that's on this metal. But you can see, I already looked up other pictures of Earthshakers. That's not supposed to be there. I want to clean all that off. But I am going to use hot glue to hold this line in place where it doesn't show. And on the back side, nobody will see it. And that way I can get rid of those zip ties because I don't like those zip ties. And I was looking at other people's, and other people don't necessarily have a zip tie except for right here at the end. They don't have this middle one here. I don't like that. So we're gonna get rid of those and clean it up and make it nice. I also have the LEDs that go into these, so I'm gonna go ahead and put those in too while we're just sitting here. All right, it's all cleaned up. It turned out nice. I was looking, let me see if I can get in the light here, we can see the reflection. This plastic still has a scratch right across there. I'll be honest, right across this arrow, this lower arrow right here. Let's see if I can get the focus on it. There we go, that can see a little better. It doesn't show when it's gonna be standing up, so I'm not gonna worry about trying to get that out of here. That's too much trouble. There we go. This thing looks pretty clean. I think we're gonna wrap this up in plastic and go with it. And if you're curious what I used this stuff here to spray it down and then scrub it. And then I used the Goo Gone to get rid of the little residue of the hot glue that wouldn't come off. And then I used my torch here to flame polish the plastics. But yeah, it turned out good, man. And I thank Chris from HEP. This is where I've been, this is where I got this from using this. He said that this stuff doesn't corrode. And so you can use this on there instead of using the purple stuff that's real heavy duty. This stuff will work just as good. All right, next in line for cleaning, you got the Earthquake Institute. You can see it's pretty dirty. Pretty not good. Let's see here. Backside looks great. Now I bought the sinking building mod, so at some point I believe you have to take this metal bracket here off. I think it comes off and then you re-put it back on once you have the other parts put together. So there'll be some changes to this. I'm gonna clean it up for now as if it's going in like this. Now this is something interesting. I was looking over here at this and it's dirty and needs to be cleaned, but it looks like you can see it right up here. See if I can get that to focus in right Look at, that's a little bump if I hold it like this. There we go, now you can see it. It looks to me like the screws that are right here, somebody put the wrong screws, or, I mean, unless that's how it came from the factory, but I don't know why they put such a long screw that would start trying to poke through the decal. So I'm gonna try to clean that up and see if, I mean, to be honest, the decals, I could buy them, but they're $22 and you get to have them shipped. And so I really don't wanna have to replace those when all these other ones I think are gonna clean up nice. So, all right, everything's apart. I kind of cleaned this out, that plastic. But I think what had happened, the screws, they went up under through here. Apparently as they went through, they like self-tap, and so they tear up this plastic, and it forced some of that plastic up through here and into a bubble. I made a bubble, I guess, in the sticker that was already on there. And I tried to fix it as best I could, but I mean, it's just not great. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna proceed as if we're gonna keep these plastics, I mean, excuse me, these decals. And then, you know, in a few weeks or a month or so, when we're finished with this thing, if it looks bad in the game as it's playing, then I'll just buy the new decals and I'll install them right there at the very end. So, but for now, I'm gonna try to keep them and we'll just see what happens. I'm gonna clean this up and I'll be back. All right, all cleaned up. This time out, I don't know. There it is, all clean. And I mean, this looks nice. Maybe it won't, way up there in the game, maybe it won't even be noticeable, I don't know. All right, so I've got the Earthquake Institute, the little light panel. I'm gonna go ahead and put the LEDs in it. I was getting out this Earthshaker kit from Pinball Bulbs. I don't want to get anything messed up. I want to try to keep everything together so I don't lose anything later. I have other LEDs if I needed to replace them or change it up, but I want to use everything that's in here because that's, you know, and I don't know how old this thing is. This old Whoppers was in there, but I don't know how old this kit is, so I probably won't eat those. All right, let's mess with this ramp a little bit. Very filthy as usual. It's in the back of the game. Be good to clean up real nice. However, it does have a fracture right here. Now nobody's gonna see it right there, for one, and number two, I think it's repairable. Since nobody's gonna see it. Let me see how this cleans up, but if I can keep this, I'm gonna keep this ramp because I'm really trying not to have to buy new ramps at $350 or $375, whatever I'll pay by the time I ship them. So even though they are, don't get me wrong, they are spectacular from Starship Fantasy, and I've got the new plastics right here that have the 100K plus spot, 25K plus spot, all that kind of stuff on there. So I'll have new ones that go on top of there. But yeah, I would love to just keep this and not have to spend that money if I can keep from it, spend it on something else. So we'll see. Let me clean this up and then we'll see what it goes. Clean it up, hopefully clean it up, add the plastics, wrap it up. All right, I got it apart. I realized these are two pieces of plastic here and here. I'm still gonna clean them up, just why not, but you know, I clean them decently. I need obviously the screws and the standoffs here. But yeah, but this ramp I believe is pretty savable, so we're gonna clean it up. All right, you can see it cleaned up really nice. Now, granted, it's still cracked over here, but I'm gonna repair that, and I think this ramp will be fine. Nobody sees all this back here anyway. It's gonna save me some money. All right, ramp 90% or so done. All this part's done. It's cleaned. The stickers on there, the decals are all on. New plastics are on. Looks fantastic. The only thing I need to fix is this. If I have the epoxy to fix it, but I would like to put some super glue on it first to kind of hold it steady before I epoxy it. So we'll see. And then once that's done, this thing's gonna get wrapped in plastic and put away until it's ready to be finished putting on the play field, which will be a little while, unfortunately. But awesome, another thing done. Let's keep going. Probably can work for another couple hours tonight, I think. Get a lot of stuff accomplished on this. This is kind of like official day one work.